concept development and so on. I think in general, student showing sufficient understanding of the program, okay, sufficient understanding of the program, but there are definitely some lacking lah here and there, okay, some lacking here and there, and two factors then to me that is quite important and still lacking among students. Two of it. The number one is the development of understanding and development of the concepts, okay, architectural concept. That is to me is very important. It's very important to all students, and I think understanding it and how to develop it and how to translate it into a successful building design to me is important, and that is still lacking. The other thing is the knowledge on the technical requirement and compliance of the buildings. Okay, that is also important. Technical including, okay, including drawing convention and so on. That is still lacking. Okay, it definitely takes time. It definitely takes time for all students to actually be able to understand and be able to interpret and also to adapt. Okay, all the necessary requirement to your design and to your buildings, to your drawings, to your productions of drawings and so on. Definitely it takes time, but that time is coming out very fast, okay, and is become lesser and lesser because you are in your final year and you are graduating. So meaning by right, okay, in principle, okay, in theory, you are going to the industry after this, okay. When you are in the industry, the people who are going to employ you, definitely they are in their mindset, they already saying you as people who are actually know everything in terms of technical requirement and so on. So those things are still lacking, and I think you guys need to develop that and get as much as knowledge as possible in that manner lah. Okay. I think one of the issues, and I think maybe I think Dr. Zaki also, I think probably he also agree that due to the fact that we having not a face-to-face class, okay, not a face-to-face, all the online classes, and I think somehow the delivery of knowledge among student, among lecturers to the student, I think it's a bit of a shortcoming. Okay, it's a bit there's a shortage here and there. Even though I still believe that some of the students manage to cope with all the shortcoming, but still I can see clearly that there are certain students who are quite I would say struggling to cope with that this shortcoming. So hopefully, if I manage to get invited to join the program again, I hope that we can have go back to basic face-to-face class. Hopefully, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Yuzari. Very true lah. It has been a great challenge for us during these trying times lah. Overall, congratulations for all of you for getting this far. Completing your project itself is an achievement. Apart from what has been raised by Dr. Yuzari, I would like to focus on the way you put in your GBI or environmental design consideration. By the time you graduate now, people in the industry are very well versed in terms of green GBI, green design, because now it has become an industry standard. And it's not enough just by putting labels in your presentation and say that you are doing this and you are doing that. You need to understand that. I remember when I gave the GBI technical talks, I offered to you to come to me if you have any question regarding how to achieve certain GBI requirement. But it seems maybe because of the time and the way we conduct our class, nobody managed to do that. It's a very specific, measurable, quantifiable aspect of green design. Unlike when you talk about humanity, when you say in your design intention you want to promote culture, you want to promote diversity, that is very much depend on the way you articulate your ideas. But in GBI, it's very specific. if you say you want to have a daylight, you need to mention how many percentage of your office have access to daylight. Are you using solar solar tube to achieve daylight? Are you using light shafts? These are very technical terms that it is easy if you Google. It's all online now. All these technical things are very easy. So in the past, we are so used that students just draw green wavy arrow, running through your building and say this is natural ventilation. It's not that easy. It's not that simple anymore. You can be very technical about that. Some of you still have problem in terms of spatial arrangement. That is a very basic, one of the basic skills of an architecture. How you arrange your rooms, the sizes of your rooms, the way you put your rooms against one another, what to do with big spaces, how people perceive spaces when you have very large space open like that. These are very basic skills that by now you should be able to to manipulate in your presentation. Okay. Apart from that, I agree on the technical drawing requirement. I believe it's missing. Normally, when we during my time, when we do a presentation, we need to do a very big construction cross section, and then select one detail that is not typical, to show that you understand how to connect different building elements between structure and cladding, especially when you have special design. That is very lacking at the moment. Apart from that, I think a lot of it has been explored by architect Yuzairi. I agree that some of the studies are in depth. It's very good. You explore the soft aspect of architectural solution. You talk about new concept, new retail concept, but still a lot can be done in that aspect lah. Technical drawing, precedent. Okay, and then your precedent study. I noticed that a lot of you spend quite some time on your precedent study. Precedent studies are only relevant of the lessons that you want to use in your design. You don't have to go into details talking about your precedent study. It has so many flaws. It is doing this, is this, you mean that. What is the lesson that you get from your precedent study? It is good if you have the detail in your report, but in your presentation, times are precious. Highlight what are the lessons that you learn from the various precedent studies, instead of explaining precedent studies religiously, trying to explain from A to Z of all the precedent studies. Just the lessons highlight during your presentation. So, okay, thank you very much. I think we don't have another session, big session between us. I think Architect Mio said we just have this session between us. Again, congratulations. We wish you all the best for your future endeavor. You will be in the industry. There's still a lot to learn. It's a learning curve. Just a degree show that you have the basic competency, but then again, a lot to learn when you start to go in the industry. And don't stop learning, don't stop inquiring, don't stop exploring at the end of your degree. A lot of it need to be done after you graduated, from day one until 20 to 30 years in the future, because things are changing. You need to keep learning, open your eyes, have this hunger of knowing how to design a good building, how to provide a better solution for the society. So I think that's it from me. All the best. Thank you, Architect Yuzairi, for sharing your experience, and all the best for all of you. Okay. So here, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Just before we go, anybody want to ask anything? You are curious regarding any of our comments? You want to ask anything, or you are all exhausted from preparing the presentation? In fact, by presenting online, you save time in terms of travelling. You don't have to travel to the campus. Imagine dulu kita prepare, kita saja nak meet the deadline, kena fikir bila nak ambil bus. When you want to catch the bus to the campus kan. Nak start making the journey, kena plan. Okay. Tak ada apa Kalau tak ada, thank you very much everybody.
Okay guys, thank you very much.
Wah, terima kasih.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.